the day I decided that I was going to make the switch, again, I was very nervous, because the film industry, it's very, it's like stepping into the fog. Like there is no, even now, whenever I talk to people that are in the industry now and ask how they got to where they are today, everybody has a completely different story. Yeah.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Make Account. I'm your host, Michelle Latocha, and today I have Geet Chahil from Geet Collective. Welcome.
Thank you.
So nice to have you here.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. This is like, again, super awesome setup. So I'm just trying to pick everything apart. I love it.
He is a videographer, another local business in Niagara, and super excited to get to know you more and have our viewers get to know about your story. We met, that's what I love about entrepreneurship. I can't get that word out, is that, you get to meet a lot of different people from a lot of different backgrounds, but there's so many similarities.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like we never knew each other before. Even just like a single reach out and email and we're always open to collaboration and just having coffee and real conversations.
Sure.
And when we first met, I was like, wow, it's so cool to hear like where you've come and like what you're building.
Yeah.
And we're big advocates of like supporting Niagara businesses and like helping our community. And you're doing that also.
Yeah.
So tell us a bit about like how you started.
Yeah. Well, I mean, quick note on sort of hearing people's stories. That's what I love to do. Like I always love to ask that question of like, tell us about your background and your history. Like what was that journey like from the very beginning? And because I'm a storyteller at the end of the day, right? So I always like to learn that. But yeah, where we started, I guess, how deep do we want to go?
How long do we have? Did you always do videography?
Yeah, so I wasn't always a videographer or cinematographer, I like to say. I was always passionate about video growing up. I mean, in school, whenever we had the option between doing like an essay, a presentation, like a PowerPoint presentation, or a video, I always picked the video because I thought it was the most fun, even though it seemed to be the hardest out of the three options. So I'd be like the only one in the whole class choosing video, but it was just fun to just come up with creative ideas and shots and come up with a plan in your head and trying to execute it. And then when it all comes together, it's so satisfying. And being able to actually present that to, in my case at the time, my class, and kind of seeing their reactions to watching our work, and getting laughs and stuff like that, it was addicting. So,
that's so cool.
video I've always been passionate about video growing up, but I just didn't know that it could be a career, right?
And did you so you said you didn't know it could be a career, like what did you go to school for? I know that's like a big thing, right? We like go to school, and then like even my parents who were Italian, it's like, okay, well, your sister's going to be a teacher, you could be a teacher, and and you're doing this, and I was always in the science, and I thought, I don't know, you have those like profound moments of like, I don't know if I want to do this.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of pressure when you're in high school, and it's like, oh, you have to figure out what the rest of your life is going to look like,
right?
And you're 17 years old,
and now it's even earlier. There's no OAC, and it's like, I don't know. Like, even for our kids, I don't know. Like, how do you know?
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure, right? And so my career at the very start and during high school was, I'm going to be a truck and coach mechanic. I'm going to be a technician.
Like, I can't believe that. Like, after I can't.
It's weird, right? And kind of the way I got into that path is I grew up on a 45-acre orchard in Beamsville, and we had peaches, pears, plums, cherries, all that fun stuff. And my father, he was a truck driver, and so he was already kind of in that space and in that industry. And on the farm, we had all sorts of machinery, like 11 different tractors, ATVs, RTVs, stuff like that. And my father is very handy. Like he used to be a mechanic back home in India, and so he always fixes the stuff on his own, right? So I'd be the son with the flashlight trying to hold it straight for my father while he's
That's
trying
so
to fix
cute.
something up, right? And again, during high school, I wasn't quite sure of what I wanted to do. Again, that pressure of like, trying to figure out the rest of your life at the age of 17 or
I know.
16, right?
I know.
So he told me, you should become a mechanic, and you would make really good money from it. And then eventually we'd open up our own garage and we can fix trucks. Now thinking about it now, I don't know if it's because he wanted stuff done on his trucks, but yeah, that was like originally my path. And then of course we made a big switch.
I know. And I feel like, and I've said it so many times before, but like the entrepreneurial life is not for everyone.
No.
Right?
No.
There's a lot of sleepless nights.
Yeah.
And, it's almost like what you can compare to seeing someone's highlights on Instagram, right? We're always like, oh, wow, like their life is amazing. They're all these things.
Yeah.
But what's behind the scenes, and same thing with the business. It's
That's
like,
right.
you'd be pulling all-nighters and trying to figure something out. And like your time is everything.
Yeah.
And what you put to projects, sometimes like there really is like it's invaluable.
Yeah.
And how did you switch from like, okay, I'm in the like trucking industry to, hey guys, I actually want to do film?
Yeah. That's a great question. I was very scared before making that jump, because there was a very clear path set for me when I was in that shop. It was, come to the shop Monday to Friday, put in your 8 hours, and eventually get your red seal. And then after that, so my father and I, we kind of structured this path. And after about 2 years of working in that shop, I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't, I would see guys in their 60s, 65, 70s still working in the shop, and their knees are completely busted. Their physical health is failing, right? Because we're dealing with truck parts.
Massive.
Truck parts are very heavy compared to like a car part, right? And the day I decided that I was going to make the switch, again, I was very nervous, because the film industry, it's like stepping into the fog. Like there is no, even now, whenever I talk to people that are in the industry now and ask how they got to where they are today, everybody has a completely different story.
It's no straight line.
No, there is no straight line. So, but I think what kind of helped me make that jump is, you know what? If it doesn't work out, I do have this background as a technician.
Yeah.
Let me give it a shot. If it doesn't work out, I can go back into the garage.
Did any of your experience being in that industry help you in your current, position as a business owner?
Ooh, that's a great question. I think first of all, working in that garage, I grew up very quickly. Like I grew up insanely quickly, and I think it's because just being surrounded by, guys in their 40s, 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
I mean, you just naturally grow up very quickly. And working with your hands. I mean, I'm in a space now where, I still have to do a lot of problem solving. And my experience as a tech still gets applied today because, I'm working with a lot of equipment and gear, and stuff can fail, things can go wrong. So sometimes there is some diagnostics that we need to perform with when we're on set. So I personally I don't regret at all the time I spent in the garage.
Yeah. I think everything's a life lesson.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's how you perceive and look at life. Lots of different things happen. And we preach that to our children. You're going to have a lot of adversity and a lot of things that, you're in a position, you're like, I don't know if I want to do this, but like, what's the lesson?
Yeah.
What can you take from something and like apply it to something else, right? So take us to Geet Collective.
Yes.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love what you're doing.
Thank you.
And it feels very real.
Yeah.
So tell us about it.
Yeah. So Geet Collective. So when I quit my job as a tech, I started freelancing as a photographer slash videographer. I was kind of like a hybrid shooter. And back then it was called Geet Chahil Productions. I know, very original, very original.
Sorry. I don't want to laugh at you. I'm laughing with you.
Yeah, it was like, I remember trying to, like, spending so long trying to come up with a name. And then I'm like, you know what, just slap a name on something and let's just get going, right?
Messy actions, better than no action, right?
That's right. And so I just went on Facebook and I found a bunch of events that were going on, and then I'd go to the event organizer and just ask if they wanted a free video. And of course, who's going to say no to a free video, right? So that's sort of how I started building my portfolio. And again, back then I was just freelancing. So 3 years later, I was freelancing for about 3 years, I believe. And during that time, I met a bunch of really interesting people, from, really good photographers, graphic designers, stuff like that. And then I decided that I wanted to build out a team and offer sort of a wide range of services. So I found a graphic designer, found a video editor, and there's about 5 of us. And we sort of rebranded to Geet Collective. Now back then, again, we were offering a wide range of services like social media. We were doing graphic design, branding. I think we dabbled in websites as well. And then we at the time we wanted to be this one-stop shop, but we realized very quickly that wasn't the right approach. And so we've kind of cut out all the fluff, and now we're laser focused on video production, which is what we're really known for and what we're really good at.
And what is your focus for clientele?
Yeah. So right now we're looking at, we're kind of niching down into the home building space. Mainly like home service providers. So it could be landscapers, builders, renovation, stuff like that. But in general, like any business that's selling high ticket products or services would kind of would work well with us. But we've touched a lot of different industries. We've done whiskey commercials, gin commercials. I've done a documentary on a heavy metal band. I shot my first feature film a couple of years ago.
Oh, cool. What was it called?
It's called Invited.
Invited,
yeah.
Would you ever consider like moving that direction? I know like TIFF just finished, but would you ever consider moving toward cinematic? And
I think, like, even though we're still shooting video, I think that industry versus what I'm doing is like two very completely different things. I think the movie business is something that we would love to do more of on the side for fun, but I don't think we'd want to put the pressure on ourselves to actually make a living off of it, because that's a very difficult
it's
space.
Probably hypersaturated.
It is. It's very tough. And so, again, shooting the movie and we want to shoot some more short films. And I think eventually, the dream of everyone in this space is to eventually produce their own feature film.
Okay.
And so I would love to do that one day. But again, I think I would keep it more of a side thing, something that kind of feeds our souls, whereas the other stuff kind of pays the bills.
Okay, so I see on the website you have initiative Local Lens. It spotlights local businesses. Like, what impact have you seen with this initiative?
So Local Lens is a web series we're super, super proud of.
Okay.
And so we started it, I think it's been about 2 years now. And so the idea behind Local Lens is like you said, we kind of go to different towns in the Niagara region, and we showcase 6 different businesses in that area. And of course, we also like to showcase the town itself. And so the way it works is the 6 businesses split the cost of one production. And so the reason why we started it is because, we would have business owners come to us and ask for some video production, but like video, photo, it can be quite expensive, right? And if we're talking about, let's say, a small mom and pop bakery, for example, like it would be hard for them to justify the cost of a massive production when they're selling, let's say, $5 donuts or whatever it is. So the idea was we split the cost 6 ways, and all the businesses can also collaborate with each other. So it's kind of like
That's really a good
a nice
idea.
little kind of community initiative, right? And it's been doing insanely well.
So
And
how many of those, like, and how do people apply to do this? Like, you put the businesses together?
yeah, so the businesses can sign up to a wait list on our website.
Okay.
Right now we've done 6 episodes so far. We've done over 1 million views for the whole
Congrats.
series.
That's
Thank
really
you.
awesome.
Yeah, it's very exciting. And every episode we try to kind of add to it and tweak it and just kind of
Yeah.
really polish up the formula. And so now a lot of our focus is, we are getting a lot of eyeballs to these businesses, but how can we actually convert that to sales? So now we're looking at, building a landing page where there's, unique offers from each of the 6 businesses.
Yeah.
So whenever somebody's watching the episode, they can, if they're actually
The
interested
landing
in the
part, yeah.
in the business, they can, go visit them directly, and hopefully that can close into a sale. So we're we like to keep things exciting and,
Yeah.
and constantly evolve things.
I think in the digital space, that's what it is. That's
Yeah.
right. That's how I think businesses thrive, is
Yeah.
that we need to keep on top of cutting edge technology.
Sure.
Even in our agency, it's just that you can't stay stagnant,
Sure.
right? Like
Yeah.
everything is changing so fast. It's like we have to change with them in
Yeah.
order to like produce the results.
That's right.
Okay, so now we're going to switch it back or switch it gears, and we're going to play a game. And what it is, it's a version of headbands, and Geet's going to describe an object, and I'm going to try to guess it, and he has 30 seconds on the clock, and then I will do it, and then we'll see who described it better, okay? The purpose of this game is to use your descriptive words, like storytelling.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. So you're going to go first, and I'm going to give you 30 seconds and go.
So you want me to?
No, you describe it to me.
Oh,
Oh, I'll go first. Okay, I'll go
Okay.
first. So people can wear this on their head, and it's a version of people in sports sometimes wear it.
headbands.
It's more, there's different versions in the winter.
A baseball hat.
Yes.
Okay.
This animal is found in Asia or Africa. It's very
Tiger,
large.
tiger, lion.
Very, very large.
Uh,
And they have a herd and they're mammals.
It's skip.
Yep, okay. This can be found, so this is a musical instrument and a lot
Guitar.
of, yes. This is a vehicle found on water.
A boat.
Yes. Okay, this is an animal found in the sea. It's got 8 arms and,
An octopus.
yes. This is an animal found in farms or, farms, and they sound really loud and they
Snake.
lay eggs.
Oh, chicken.
This is it's a drink you get at end time.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I gotta count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was elephant.
It was elephant.
Yes.
I had a feeling.
I know,
too.
and I was
had
like,
a
"Am I
feeling.
saying that right?" Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now your turn.
Okay.
So you look at your cards
Okay.
and describe to me. I'll give us a minute
Okay.
and go.
It's a device. We have it in our pockets all the time.
Cell phone.
Yep. McDonald's. What we eat. What is
Hamburger?
McDonald's? Yeah. It's women crave it when they're pregnant.
Pickles.
Yes. You bake it in the oven for Santa.
Cookies.
Yes. What do you work on every day? Like, what's a device that you work on?
Laptop.
Yeah.
We'll keep going. We're in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marine land. The animal in marine.
Whale?
No.
Orca.
No. They have a.
Oh, dolphin.
Yes. Okay. Police might have this. It flies in the air. The Terminator. Come to the.
Plane?
No. You're close.
Helicopter.
Yes.
Whoa! My gosh!
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, I think we both did good.
Okay.
Let's just call it even.
Yeah, you crushed it, actually. Holy cow.
But remember, it's not the person guessing all the time; it's the person describing.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a mutual game. So good job.
So do we have to count how many you got here?
Okay, I know I did better, but
You did 7. You got 7.
you can tell I really like games. Okay.
Yeah, that was fun.
Okay, awesome. So, I want to talk about like, videography. We talked a bit about how things are changing.
Yeah.
But what's your thoughts on like, reels, TikToks,
Yeah.
YouTube shorts for businesses as opposed to, long format video?
Yeah, that's a great question. I find that there's micro content, which is that those are your TikToks, your reels, the 30-second videos that you see on social media. And then there's the long form content. That could be 3, 4, 5 minutes. It could be this podcast, for example. And I find that both of them have a very specific role.
Yeah.
So I find that long form content, that's where you're really, educating your prospects and your leads, right? So for example, a brand message video that would be, hey, this is like, I'm Geet from Geet Collective. We offer video production and this is who we serve it to. So it's who you are, what you do, and who you serve.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like your digital handshake, right? You've got testimonial videos.
Oh, I like that, the digital handshake.
Yeah, digital handshake. There's a testimonial video. So here's a happy client, and this is sort of a case study of what we did for them, and how it impacted their business. Another one could be like a process video. So these long form videos they're meant to be very strategic.
Yeah.
Right, they're placed, let's say, in a landing page or a website or YouTube, and this is where somebody can learn a lot more about you. Whereas I find with short form content, I find that the goal of short form is to stay top of mind.
Yeah.
Right. So you're doing a lot more volume with short form, and you're doing your thought leadership. You're providing as much value as you can, but a lot of it is like, oh, here's Geet again, and he exists, and again, it's just sort of being top of mind. So when that person is looking for landscaping services or IT services or insert industry here, then they think of you first.
Do you feel like, what are your thoughts on if someone for a business has a video on their website, like how often should they redo the video?
Yeah, I think it depends on when you've produced that video, how much thought and strategy was put before that. And so we focus a lot on strategy before we even touch our cameras, right? I think 90% of our time on a project is actually spent in pre-production, and production is sort of a checklist. But I find as if the business hasn't changed and the video is still relevant, then you can keep using it. I've heard 3, 4, 5 years might be a good time to update, but a lot of that should be discussed in pre-production.
Yeah. It makes sense, right? I mean, like you said, I've heard the saying where video is forever, and if it keeps working for you, then, and just from what you said, I think they're both essential, right? Short form and long format video.
For sure.
Do you have any favorite locations that you've shot?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think we've done a bit of shooting in Europe, in Germany, in Cyprus, in Athens, Greece. So that's been fun. As far as locations, I feel like we've instead of locations, we've just shot interesting things. Like we've shot with supercars, which is like, I love cars. So that's super fun. Our product videos are always so much fun to shoot. It's like we get really messy, like we'll figure out what ingredients are in said product, and we'll buy those from the grocery store. Like if it's a bunch of fruits, and we'll just throw them everywhere and make a big mess out of it. But yeah, locations wise, it's probably Europe.
Yeah. Do you have any like crazy stories about client shoots or like the most awkwardest moment?
Yeah. Okay. One comes to mind right away. So with our productions, we do a lot of interviews. Like it's a lot of sit down interviews and asking questions. So now I'm on the receiving end of like I would usually be in your seat. And I get to meet a lot of interesting people, which I really enjoy. But some people are very comfortable in front of the camera. Maybe they've had a lot of experience in the past doing it. But then there's others that have, let's say, never been in front of a camera before. So as soon as they're, under some lights and some cameras, their anxiety starts to come out and there might be a room with 3 or 4 other crew members. So now they really feel the pressure. But there was one time where, and this is also where we have the conversation of scripting something out versus doing something organically and candid. And so we always kind of give our clients an option between, let's say, using a teleprompter and scripting versus doing it organic. And I always kind of prefer organic.
Yeah.
So we had this one individual who had written everything out on a piece of paper and was trying to recall every small little, even connecting word, like an and, but, if, on this piece of paper. And they just couldn't get their words out. And they were sweating bullets. And they said, and so, we're, trying to, comfort the person. We're like, no, we can handle this. Like, I've dealt with worse, right?
Yeah.
And they said, you know what, give me 5 minutes. I just need to go to the bathroom. And so, the crew and I were waiting, we're checking the time.
Oh, no.
6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And we're like, okay, what's going on? And so one of the heads of the company walks into the room and says, oh, where did this person go? And I'm like, I don't know. They were supposed to be in the bathroom. And so they call him up, and this person was on their way home.
No.
Yeah.
I guess. Wow. Some
Yeah.
people, and you're right. Like, it's not easy for everybody.
No, it's not. So that's why we spend a lot of time just like warming people up.
Yeah.
And so whenever we do interviews, I like to block, sometimes even like a half hour before we actually start rolling.
Yeah, get them comfortable.
Just get them comfortable. Here's the set. Like, just get used to the space.
Yeah.
We'll just, I'll just ask generic questions just to like get to know them a little bit. And then once they warm up, then, we roll the cameras. And it's a lot easier. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any initiatives or anything you're doing? Any other ones? I know we spoke a bit about give back to the community.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah. Is this where we talk about Niagara Strong?
Sure.
Yeah. So, or you know what? I'll talk a little bit about our initiatives that we're really running right now.
Okay.
Geet Collective. So we like to produce 3 productions for free for any nonprofits or a business that's really, really struggling and that can use the help. So I'm super passionate about nonprofits because I started my own nonprofit in 2018. And that really kicked off with a video. And so that's where I really found the power of video and how you can use it to make an emotional connection with somebody or share information is in the broad scheme of things, video is sharing information, right? And my nonprofit, it just like it exploded because of this small little video I made on my cell phone. And back then I was not a cinematographer. I didn't know anything about this stuff. And so now I want to kind of share that gift to
really nice.
another, Geet that is trying to do some good in the space. And again, video production, it can cost quite a bit, right? And so if there's a nonprofit that doesn't have like a massive grant to work with, that still has something important to share, I want to be able to help them out. So
that's really neat. So they just apply through your website?
Yeah. So all they have to do is reach out. And so we don't do any, crazy background checks or anything like that. It's 100%
authenticity and trust.
Yeah. It is. The only requirement is if you can't afford video production, then we'd love to help you out. If it's a organization that has grants and can afford it, then if it feels like it would be a waste for us to
your
just
services and time.
Yeah, exactly. So that's all you have to do is reach out to us, and
that's really great.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that you're doing that. It just it's a great truth to your character.
Yeah, thank you.
Of trying to help out and give back. And I think that's important for every business. Once you start to see success in your business, it's good to pay it forward.
That's right.
Because that's how our community gets stronger.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to add that you want our viewers to know about Geet Collective?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I feel like our business is fairly straightforward. It's like, again, we're a video production company, and we spend a lot of time on strategy. So we spend a lot of time asking questions like, why do we do this? Why do we do that? Why do we do this? Why do we do that? Why do we do this? Why do we do that? Why do we do this? 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 Why do we do this do we need a video? Where's it going? What is the end goal? Because my goal when we're having a conversation is what is the outcome of this, instead of talking about features of we're going to be shooting.
And it's your work too, right? So you want to make sure that it's in a reputable spot, and like your name is all over it.
That's right. Like I care a lot about my reputation and the company's reputation. So we want to make sure that whatever we produce, A, that it's good quality work, and B, it's actually doing the job that it was supposed to do, right? So again, we spend a lot of time on strategy, and so I think that's kind of what sets us apart from other video production companies in the area. Love
it.
That's about it.
Thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you.
I love having conversations with just people who are doing good.
Yeah.
And I think you're one of them in your company. So for those that don't know anything about how to reach out to Geet, we're going to post all his information, his socials, his website, so you can take a look at what he's doing for the community. If you are a business owner that needs some video, reach out and take a look at what he has to offer. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much, Geet, and we'll see you on the next episode.